Hello, Pisces. Hello, my water family. How are you, friends? Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm here with a weekly reading, Pisces. I hope you're well. And I'm here with a couple of oracle decks. We're going to look at the oracles for the overall energy for possibly the week ahead for you. Look at the general reading that could resonate today for you, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, next month. But I'm here nonetheless with oracles first for the overall energy, and then we're going to get into the tarot, which is going to give us some details. Now, after that, I will tell you about how to find the extended if you're interested in that. Also about how to find the private reads if you're interested in that as well. So if you're brand new and you've never been here before, I hope you will hang out with us here, Pisces. And I call you my water family because I have a Pisces moon. So if you are here and you have it in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Jupiter, there might be a message here for you. It's a general message. Remember that it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's like walking into a room, right? Walking into a room and expect to talk to everybody at once. It doesn't work that way. You have to only give your time to one or the other. So yeah, that's how general tarot reading works. All right. Let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're brand new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I'm already in your business, all up in your feed. Maybe you just want to hang out for a bit. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces. Pisces, you are the wise leader. It says you are a beacon for others. So I'm going to say that you are somebody who is... because depending on where it shows up in the chart, right, the sun, moon, or rising, Venus or Jupiter, it always gives a different sort of feeling, a different sort of energy, depending on where it shows up. I want to say for the wise leader, it probably shows up in your sun sign. And you are someone who leads not necessarily through harshness, I would say, but you're strong. Like you're really a strong body of water. I would say you're not the trickling stream, you're the ocean. Like that's what it feels like. So people respect the ocean because people can die in the ocean, right? It's a very big body of water that can carry a lot of things that can hurt us. So I think that it's like the respect for the ocean. It feels like this wise leader energy that you're bringing here. You are a beacon for others. So others look to you. They look to you for your light, I want to say. I think that that's a challenge for you because there is... in the background here, we've got this mountain, and sometimes those are obstacles. And so it feels like, I feel like it's a really hard balance for you between your fire and water. Between your fire and water, I would say finding temperance for you is really tough. You might have fire and water placements. We have the mystic healer. Wasn't that interesting? Pisces, so I feel like you are a mystic healer, but I want to say you're a little bit of a badass healer, that you are the wise leader. And I think that you are leading people in their healing energetically. Look, you don't have to be somebody who's a teacher. You don't have to be someone who's a life coach. You could just be your own little Pisces self, living your own little Pisces life. And people are watching you and learning from you, learning when to be ruthless, when to be the warrior, and learning when to be soft, when to allow these two to work together. So I feel like the mystic healer energy says healing energy flows through you. And I think that is what your light is. That's what attracts people. So I feel like you're the mystic healer and people are attracted to that kind of energy, to the strong warrior, loving, soft sort of energy. We have discovering truth. I like it. Discovering truth. It says you stand in the light of truth. So that's also, people think you're authentic, that you're not afraid to speak your truth regardless of what's going on. You're not afraid to speak your truth. I think the things that you speak when you do speak your truth really make transformation for people. It says here, shout to the heavens with happiness. I feel that you bring truth that brings transformation and gives them a new enthusiasm for life. It's like you bring them a perspective that they never had thought about. So I think that whatever it is that you do, look, you don't have to be employed as this. You could be just somebody who's just going on doing your own little Pisces thing in your life, and people come to you as a point of healing because they know that you'll be oh, this reminds me of Scorpio energy, actually, because it's like the wise leader is somebody who's shaking the finger and saying, look, don't be a jerk. But I love you, but don't be a jerk. That's what it feels like. You're someone who is strong, but also someone who is a mystic healer that seems soft and comforting as well. We have conclusions are within reach. So the full moon eclipse. So I feel like this healing energy that flows through you, I think you're going to come to the conclusion that the reason that people are attracted to you is because of your emotional energy. And I think that that's probably true. Because a healer doesn't magically, drop fairy dust and heal people. They heal people by turning them back toward themselves. And I think that's what the full moon is about. The full moon is about releasing things, right? We turn back toward ourselves and we start doing, what do we need? What do I need? What do I not need? What can I release? So full moon eclipse is here. Something's about to change quickly when the eclipses come around. So I feel like there's something that's going to change quickly for you. It might be something that you're releasing. We got the full moon here, and then we have, what do you need to release? So you might be releasing something soon that's no longer needed on this part of the journey. All right, let's find out what is going on with the tarot. Hurt my hand over the weekend, fell, and not shuffling very well today. It's a little gingerly shuffle. Let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. What is this wise leader? You are a beacon for others. How are you a beacon for others, Pisces? The Ten of Wands. Look, Pisces, you've been through some shit. You've seen some things. I feel like you're a person who used to carry it all for everyone, and this is the plight of the person who is leading with water energy. So I'm talking about you folks, your Sun, Moon, and Rising, right? The healing energy that is in the soul. If you're a Pisces moon, you're like hella psychic. If you're a person who is in the sun energy, the energy of a Pisces sun is that ocean I was talking about that can be a little intimidating but very soft and beautiful at the same time. And then the rising, right? The rising, I feel, is the one who ends up taking everything on, and then once it's filtered through the sun sign and the moon sign, then we learn that it's not ours to carry and we have to release it. So I feel like you become a wise leader or a beacon for others because you're like, yeah, I used to carry that energetically for them as well, and I'm no longer doing that anymore, because the Ten of Wands is about dropping things. Let's talk about the mystic healer. We've got Justice in the reverse. I think there is a time when you didn't believe you were the mystic healer, that possibly that there was this time when things were maybe off balance, or you didn't feel like you were getting any justice in being in this mystic healing energy. Like when you are in this mystic healing energy, when you have healing energy, water energy, people will come around with a straw and just try and suck it up, right? Because it's powerful energy, and people are, emotionally off kilter, and they show up to just take advantage of your mystic healing energies. So I feel like this Justice card tells me that for a long while, maybe you didn't believe you were the mystic healer, that you didn't believe that the healing energy flows through you. But I think you're probably someone who is oftentimes, those people who wander about in the mall. I'm one of them. And somebody who needs something, who is in need of something, possibly someone needs to get on the bus and they don't have any change or whatever it is. I feel like you're the person they always find because they know that you're the one that's going to help them. I feel like that's what your wise leader energy is about. You draw people to you that need you. But I think it really puts you off kilter when you try and help everyone all the time. Tell me what these conclusions are that are within reach. We've got the Eight of Wands. I think that the Eight of Wands is telling me that conclusions are coming in quickly. So I would say that something is about to move forward quickly and change without notice. It feels like something's about to change. I can't even do this today. My hand is sore. It's something that's about to change quickly because the eclipses do that. They remove things from your life or change things from your life that without asking you about it. It's just things that end up changing because they're necessary. So I think that there's quick change coming, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Tell me about this wise leader and the Ten of Wands, because the wise leader is the one who is the wise leader because they know how to drop their burdens. Yeah. So I feel like you are someone who is teaching other people with your light how to drop the burdens of the others that they're carrying. It's all about healing. And you send them back to themselves. That's what a wise leader does. You send them back to themselves and say, what is it that you could release? Why? Because you've already been through this process, I feel. The Four of Swords tells me someone here has to heal the Ten of Wands. You might be the person who has not yet come fully into this energy. I'm going to say you got to stop carrying around everybody's energetic crap. You got to stop. It's time for your healing. It's time for you to get clarity of the mind, work in swords a little bit more than you are working in carrying things around for people. Carrying things around, like people maybe look to you to try and for you to give them answers. People come to me a lot in tarot, and they want me to give them answers because they don't have a direction. But the truth of the matter is if you don't have a direction, it's not going to magically show up in the tarot. The tarot is going to mimic your energy. So if you don't have an answer, you probably won't find it in tarot. So I feel like somebody here is about to... the Four of Wands is about to drop something here. We do have the Lovers. It feels like you're about to make a really important decision or choice. And that important decision or choice is, from this leg of the race, I cannot carry people energetically any longer. And that means the Lovers. That means I got to make a choice. That means I can't do it in relationships. I can't do it in friendships. It feels like I'm making a choice. The choice here with the Lovers is I'm making the kindest choice that I know how with the Two of Swords, but I must make the choice nonetheless. Because if you don't make the choices, it's going to block you. So I think the choice you're making is how to drop these wands, how to drop the burdens of others, because when you back away from other people and decide you're not taking on their drama or taking on their inability to make a decision, taking it on as yours, or to heal them energetically when they should be healing themselves energetically, I feel like it throws you off balance, friend. So I feel like you're really, the wise leader is the one who can drop the burden, who can heal the self, become clear, and make wise choices to finally make decisions that are going to unblock you. And so I feel like people are drawn to you because you're a healer. They see you've healed yourself, so you must have a secret to share with them. I'm going to say that you need to drop this burden of carrying everyone else's choices around with you. People might ask you to make decisions for them. Tell them no. We have Justice in the reverse. We have the Five of Swords. Very interesting. See, this is it. You gave your whole heart. That's what it feels like. So you are the mystic healer, but I think that you ignored it because it caused you to give your whole heart. We have the person who has the heart in their hand here, and that person who has their heart pulled out. This is the Five of Swords, and so it does feel like this mystic healer energy is something that I feel that you didn't pay attention to, or you didn't want to use it. You didn't think you'd be the wise leader if you got into this mystic healing energy, but I feel like the Five of Swords is telling me that there are points by which I'm just going to have to say, look, you're out of balance. You need to get in balance. And I'm not the one to give you the tools to get in balance. I'm the one to send you back to yourself, back to the mirror and say, what can I do better for myself? So I think the Five of Swords is a hard energy of, it's really hard for me to send people back to look at themselves in the mirror, but I can't be the healing force by which they heal. A good healer turns someone back to themselves and says, go take another look. And so I feel like this mystic healer energy for you is you coming into this energy of, I've got to draw a line in the sand where I'm going to help people and where I'm not. I think you still are someone who is independent and thriving and fiery. And it feels like somebody here has decided, I've got to take one last look back and decide that I'm going forward independently into being this mystic healer as I define it. I feel like you're defining it with fire, not necessarily water. It feels like you have to be brave enough to get up from this Five of Swords and say, I deserve the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. I think this is a long-term plan for you, that you are no longer going to be thrown off balance, Justice in the reverse, by people who show up with the Five Swords and say, heal me, fix me. I think you're sending them back to themselves to look in the mirror and saying, you need to find your individuality. You need to find your independent decision about how you're going to go on for the rest of your life. That's what a good healer does. They send people back to themselves with information and say, you need to make the decision about what you're going to do. So my friend, I think you are the wise mystic leader. I think you are. That people look forward to helping them with things that they are trying to declutter from their lives. The conclusions are within reach for you. I feel like something is about to change quickly for you on a different topic here, and it's about to change really quick. Oh, you're about to have a breakthrough. What is this? About the King of Cups. I kind of like it. And we have the Devil energy here. So it feels to me like you, a conclusion is in reach. It feels to me like you were, I'm going to say some sort of a breakthrough comes quickly about keeping a lot of your feelings, emotions, and your mystic healing energy under the surface. It's time to adopt emotional intelligence and not necessarily reacting to everything everyone gives you. The King of Cups is strategic and is always going to hold back first and get their take on the situation, and then they're going to go forward based on what they think they know. So I feel like with this Devil energy here is just because someone brings you a sob story, just because someone brings you a dramatic story or a toxic story, I'm going to say that the conclusion that's within reach for you is that you're not going to jump on it and try and fix it for them, because you're now in this King of Cups energy where you've realized that reserving your opinion and not necessarily moving forward telling them what to do is probably your best bet. I think this is your breakthrough. This is your intuitive breakthrough that really pulls you into this mystic wise leader here. That something is about to change within you quickly, and it is that I don't always have to be there for everyone when they need me, because I am a person who takes on all of their energy. The King of Cups, everything sticks to them, right? Just like you, Pisces. It all sticks to you, right? This is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy in a general reading. So I feel like you're not going to allow people who have dramatic, toxic, problem lives to stick to you any longer. It feels like there is a breakthrough and it's coming quickly, and I think that's the conclusion you come to. We're going to go into the extended now, and we're going to put down 3 cards. This is usually ends up being some sort of advice or an outcome possibly, but we're going to go there. If you want to come to the extended with us and watch me clarify all of this, plus the 3 cards that we'll put down, then please go to the pinned comment at the top of all the comments. There you will find a link for the membership area, which is where all of these extendeds go for all of the signs. If you would like to do that, you can also purchase this one outright if you're interested in doing that, and there's a link there in the pinned comment. If you're interested in a private read, please take a look at the Hypsee link. Readings for me begin at $25 and they go up from there. Please take a look at my pricing if you're interested in getting a reading for your own energy. Let's find out what the 3 cards are. What are we going to talk about in the extended? For you, Pisces, we're going to talk about the 3 of Swords. We're going to talk about the 9 of Pentacles. Oh, you've got a lot of wisdom, friend. It feels like you've got a lot of wisdom about how you grew from heartbreak. Yeah. It feels like you've had maybe a tragic or a heartbreaking life where you haven't had many breaks. And I think that you are about to, in this mystic healer energy, see how far you've come. Don't forget to look back there, because I feel like here you're a little bit out of balance, but here you're standing strong and confident. So I feel like what's coming in the future for you is confidence, your ability to read people, staying confident when you don't know the answers. I think that you come from a place of heartbreak, and that's why you're the wise leader. That's why you're the mystic healer, because you learned how to heal the self, probably because somebody else sent you back to look at you in the mirror, right? Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. This has all taken a damn long time. It's the reassessment phase, though. As you move into the Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, things are about to speed up. That's what it feels like. Things are about to speed up once you come to this conclusion of what you need to release. All right, I'm going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be there, then you know how to get there. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thank you so much, Pisces, for all the ways you love me on the channel. I'm going to go. See you later. Bye-bye.